Hello, it's Matt from GAK, and today we've got one of the most exclusive videos that we've actually been ever able to bring you. This is the UK exclusive on 2 of the new TC Electronic pedals. The first one we're looking at, and this is the first time we've actually plugged them in, literally straight out of the box, and we're going to show you for the very first time. It's the Alter Ego V2. So last year, to kind of expand on the range, they bought the Alter Ego X4, which was the expansion to the standard flashback X4, which had a load of the modified vintage tape and analog delay sounds. And they've now kind of bought a revised and upgraded version into the mini units. So what you've got, standard sort of controls that you've got on most of them. So you've got stereo in, stereo out, true bypass. You've got the audio tap feature, so you can hold the button down for 2 seconds and then just kind of palm mute the strings in the rhythm you want, and it will give you the same delay time. You've got a little switch inside for buffered bypass, so if you want to use it and have all the delay spill over when you turn it off, you can. You've still got the same controls, delay time, feedback, level for your delay, and then the subdivision control in the middle. You still get the looper, so you've got 40 seconds in there as well, and you've still got the TonePrint capability. So it's all of the great features that make these pedals, just the best ones on the market, but now you've got something specifically for old style delays, and it's just perfect for someone like me who kind of does a lot of sort of weird ambient stuff and kind of vintage style guitar playing. It's just really nice because there's some super cool sounds in there. We've just drummed a couple of chords, but let's go through a few of the settings. So the first one we've got here is like an Echo-Rec type sound. We've got the feedback up relatively high with a sort of standard guitar time. So straight away you can hear there, you just get this really lush, warm sounding delay. And it's amazing really because, these units are digital and it's replicating that tape sound so well. It's not just a kind of straight ahead sound, it's got that real tape warmth to it, It's actually altering the frequencies as you're playing it, so you get something that sounds almost like it is running through a real tape. So let's have a look at a couple of the other sounds on here. Let's go to an Echoplex. So that's obviously been quite a popular unit at the moment because people like the preamp in it. So I'd imagine we'll get something that's probably going to give you a little bit of a push as well. So it's a little bit brighter. And then we've got like a copycat kind of setting, so let's try that. We'll go with something like that. We could go for a shorter feedback, almost like a slapback. If we had a few more repeats. Good for adding kind of just ambience to a dry guitar sound. Rather than adding reverb, you can add just a short delay like that. Then we've also got one of my sort of favourite delays, which is the sort of deluxe Memory Man style from Electro Harmonics. So if we turn the feedback up, we can kind of get something. So that's based on an analog delay rather than a tape delay. So you kind of get something that sounds, you know, quite different. There's not as much space between the notes, but with the high feedback control, it just sounds great. So let's have a look at the 2290. So this is based on sort of TC Electronics' own rack delay, and you can get, with the subdivisions, you can get that real kind of edge-like sort of repeat. And yeah, we've got a couple of other ones. There's a reverse delay in here as well. Let's have a look at this one. And we'll change the subdivisions. So that's much more of a straight ahead delay. And we'll give ourselves a much longer delay time. And finally, let's have a look and see what TonePrint they've loaded it in with. So obviously, this works like any of the other TC pedals, so you can just beam directly from your phone through the guitar into the pedal, so you can put anything you want in there to kind of, you know, to work nicely with all the other presets you've got. So there's something with a fair bit of modulation in there as well. So I think overall, you know, and that is literally the first time I've really gone through the pedal, you can just hear how much better it sounds. There's so many warm presets and so many nice delays that, you know, kind of rival some of the analog delays that you can spend hundreds of pounds on. You know, everything is just there in one unit, and it just kind of gives you such a different vibe to so many other delays that are out there. So I'd definitely come in and check it out.